Medicinal Garden Series plant number 7. Cayenne pepper. Oh my goodness, it's one of my favorites. And this is cayenne pepper that I had left from my garden last year. It's all I got left that's still whole. I typically take mine and I dehydrate it and I grind it up. So I don't keep a lot of it whole because I don't cook with it this way very often and I don't use it this way very often. But I always keep some because you never know. Look at that beautiful red cayenne pepper. It has so many medicinal uses. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us are familiar with cooking with cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper has a very, very high heat, typically somewhere between 30,000 to 50,000 heat level. So it's very, very hot, but it makes dishes so tasty. And it only takes a pinch. You can put just a pinch of it in there. And I know a lot of people don't like heat, can't take heat, but those of us who can, oh my goodness. So I'm not going to go too much into the culinary part of it because you just sprinkle it on or stir it in. You know, Cajun Creole is used to hot heat cayenne pepper in those type of dishes. Southern dishes uses it a lot. So there's so many uses, culinary uses for cayenne pepper. I typically, like I said, dehydrate mine every year. And then I use it like that. I just sprinkle it on. Another good thing, before we get into the medicinal uses of it, another good thing that I use cayenne pepper for, and this is why I like to grow a lot of it. It's really windy out here, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. But it's really good for critters in your garden, and it doesn't hurt any of the other plants. So I typically take it and sprinkle it around in my plants. And if it gets on the leaves, it's okay. It's fine. Don't do it on a windy day like this, but typically just sprinkle it around your plants and it will help pest control. Okay? Some critters don't like it, some pests don't like it. I don't have an actual list of those that like it and those that don't, but I keep it on hand and I sprinkle my garden with it all the time. Now, before we get into the actual medicinal uses of cayenne pepper, I just want to let everyone know that I am not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, a dietitianist, and I'm not an herbalist. I'm just Pam, and I'm sharing what I'm doing out here in my garden with you. I am growing several things that have medicinal uses, so I'm sharing those things that I'm growing with you. So anything that I say in this video is based upon my garden and my research, and it's for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is not meant for medical advice whatsoever. Please, please, please do your own research. And always consult your physician before making any changes. That being said, cayenne is number 7. Yes. And it is so windy out here. Oh my goodness. And I have a whole list. Sit that down. Several pages of the medicinal uses of cayenne. Okay. I am not going to read all of this to you. But if you can see on here, there are things that are highlighted in red. Those are the actual things that it helps with, ailments and illnesses and things like that, that cayenne helps with. So I will read those, and I'm not going to go into, because this is a very detailed piece of research here. And it goes into not only what it's used for, but how to use it. It goes into a lot. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but I will tell you the different things that are highlighted in red, and then you can do your research from there. So first up on the list, cayenne reduces and sometimes has been known to cure severe chronic allergies, arthritis, asthma, blood clots, bowel disease, It can help with bruises, cancer, common cold, as well as the flu. It has been known, ooh, it's windy. Bug got on my paper. That's not allowed. It has been known to help with congestive heart failure. Helps with diabetes, diabetic neuropathy, ulcers. It can help with elevated cholesterol levels, elevated triglycerides. It can help if you're feeling tired, exhausted, or fatigued. It helps with free radical activity within your body. Frostbite and frozen limbs. Headaches can be used as a nasal spray. It's extremely useful for head congestion, heart filtration, heart attack. Make sure y'all heard that one. Heart disease, heat stroke, hemorrhage, herpes. It can help with hypertension, lowering the blood pressure. It also is very well known for indigestion. Itching. Lumbago. Now, I don't know what that one is. I haven't heard of that, but it's lumbago. Motion sickness, mouth sores, multiple sclerosis, nerve inflammation, neurology, blindness, night blindness, not blindness. Erase that. Night blindness, obesity and pain, peptic ulcers, poor appetite, psoriasis, respiratory disorders, shingles and toothache. It's been known to help for sprains and bruises, bleeding lungs, bone knitting, coughing, food poisoning. And as I mentioned before, insects on plants. It can also help for kidney problems, morning sickness, nosebleeds, sinuses, sore throats, and tonsillitis. That's a pretty big list, okay? And there's probably some things that aren't on my list. So this cayenne pepper is a must-have. I have actually grown cayenne ever since I've had a garden. Cayenne and jalapeno peppers are the two peppers that I grow no matter what, every single year. So let's go to the back of the pack. Germination, 10 to 20 days. Soil temp, 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Full sun, you need full sun. And the planting depth is 1/4 inch. It's excellent for drying and using as a spice, which is what I do most often, as well as using it for insects in my garden. I'm Pam, this is Zone 8A, and anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.